In order to be a good listener over the phone, you must do these 4 things. You want to focus on the caller, take notes, observe facts and feelings conveyed, and 4, diagnose the problem. Focusing your full attention on the caller from the moment the phone rings to the end of the call is one of the most critical steps you can take as a CSR. This is not the time to be multitasking. There's times to fill that airspace you may feel the need to do this or to solve their problem. But if it's too distracting and focusing on the caller, then you want to try to do this at a minimum. Listen carefully to what the customer is telling you and pay attention to the customer's communication style, which we discussed earlier. Now, your workstation once again should have a pad of paper and a pencil already available. Callers do not like to have to repeat themselves. While you don't need to make a complete record of the entire conversation, just jot down a few key points and facts, including their name. Start with the customer's name, as I already mentioned. Write down the relevant information throughout the conversation. Just as your vocal qualities convey your feelings to others over the phone, so do the vocal qualities of the customers. You want to pay attention to the words being spoken, as well as the tone of voice, the inflection, and the other vocal characteristics that we talked about earlier for you, because it helps you determine how the caller may be feeling. After you've asked relevant questions, listened carefully to your customer, and identified the key facts and feelings, you're finally ready to diagnose the problem. It's important not to diagnose the problem too early until you have all of the key facts. Now, something else that's important that we need to talk about is providing customers with prompt action and customer satisfaction. This demonstrates your organization's willingness and dedication to providing excellent customer service. Let's talk about how to do this very well. Responding to your customer's needs is the first step. By showing the customer that you will be taking action, you are building trust and confidence. Next, you want to fulfill the customer's request. For example, if they called to place an order for a product, fill their order. During this process, point out any positives about your organization's service and any benefits that the customer will receive by choosing your company. This helps the customer feel good that they've made a good buying decision. Confirming the customer satisfaction is another action in this process. After letting the customer know that their order has been placed, confirm their understanding by asking a close-ended question, such as, "Is that okay?" Now, sometimes you won't be able to completely fill their request, such as a back order. By properly confirming satisfaction, you will lessen the disappointment and avoid negative feelings about your company. After you've offered a solution, confirm satisfaction by asking a close-ended question, such as, "Is that acceptable?" Similarly, you may have to deny a customer request due to company policy, federal regulations, or unavailability. But just because you have to say no doesn't necessarily mean that the customer is going to end the call dissatisfied. When you must deny a request, it's important to explain why. You want to show empathy and offer an alternative. For example, "I'm sorry, Mr. Jones, this software company won't allow us to sell the product until the official launch date. I'm anxious to try it out myself. However, what I can do is put you on the list for priority shipment. I'll ship the product the same day that the software company releases it for sale. Is that an acceptable solution?" You want to explain the plan of action during the calls to keep your customer informed, which also reduces callbacks. For example, "I've scheduled the property inspector to come out to your home on Saturday morning at 9. He will need full access to your garage, so please park your cars on the street." You want to identify other areas where you can be of service. This indicates a willingness to help the caller further and provides possible sales opportunities. Use open-ended questions such as, "What else can I help you with?"